Ferguson, Laurie Daly, the halves Chris O'Sullivan, Rick Stewart, and the forwards
Coach John May to be the match of the season as we see the Parramatta Eels come onto the paddock. Andrew Leagues, there's Bugden. This is a good side too. Former Penrith player Izzard. Brett Kenny coming along. And the reserves. And there's the referee, of course, Bill Harrigan for today's game. I'm looking forward, as I mentioned before, calling this one, Tony. Yourself?
Yes, Peter. Well, I must say that I was here when the record crowd was made back in 1984, and I'd say this crowd here is very, very close to that record. I'm not sure whether it's big.
There's Bill Harrigan, our referee for today's game. In centre field, the conditions absolutely perfect. Our man on the sideline, Anthony Moore. Just what's the field like?
Well, as Tony would say, Peter, it's weather fine, track good, and the big crowd here's fired up. There's a bit of a blue in reserve grade, and the crowd's on the edge of their seat. Should be a big one.
Certainly is. Andrew Leeds placed the ball for the kick-off. Richard Keeley's our statistician. We'll go to Richard shortly to find out a little bit about the history of these two teams. And there's certainly been some classic battles over the years. What's this one going to be like? We'll soon know as Gary Belcher brings the ball up. Richard, you've been going through the history books. What can you tell us about these teams?
We've come up. Parramatta's had the wood on the Raiders since 82, the inception of the Raiders. They've only won 3 out of 13 clashes. The last win was here at Seaford Oval back in 1986. The Raiders got up 19-12. The corresponding game last year, Parramatta gave Canberra a hiding. They were triumphant 40 points to 12. But we'll wait and see the outcome of today's game.
Well, there's a great kick from Ricky Stewart, and what a clash we've got here. We've got the up-and-coming Australian halfback, in my opinion, Ricky Stewart, against the master, Peter Sterling. Keep your eyes on this one. Ricky Stewart, I can tell you, is primed for a big one. Peter Sterling coming back after that injury scare which had him off the paddock for a couple of weeks. Let's hope that all's right with Peter Sterling. I'm sure the specialist wouldn't have let him go back on the field if it hadn't have been. As we see Parramatta with the ball about 40 metres out from their try line. Brett Kenny, who's been in sparkling form for the Eels, offloads the ball. Here's a player back on the paddock, Mark Bugden, and Peter Wynn takes it up. There was a doubt about Peter Wynn before the game, but he's on the paddock. And here comes Jeff Bugden, charging through, almost straight through the gap too, tackled around the legs by Ricky Stewart. Brent Todd over the top. Comes the blind side to Peter Sterling, puts the ball through. It's not a good kick, it's charged down in fact. And the Canberra Raiders captain, Dean Lance, has got the ball. Johnny Ferguson, who played yesterday, goes across field. It's going to be interesting just to see how these 5 Canberra players have responded to physiotherapy treatment to see if they're okay for today's game. Of course, one of the players who had a good game was Bradley Clyde. Had a nasty head clash late in the game. He was in doubt, but he's on the paddock now, and he has been in great form for the Canberra Raiders so far this season. As Canberra work play out from their line, Walters, a late tip for an inclusion in the Queensland State of Origin team, goes back to Ricky Stewart down the blind side, kicks beautifully for the sideline, the ball going for the line. That's a great kick from Stewart. 2 fine kicks already in the match, and we've had only about 3 minutes of play, Tony Campbell.
Yes, Peter, I'm sure the Raiders will be looking for more of those kicks from Stewart. That was a sensational kick, and the pressure's right on Parramatta now, as this scrum will pack down about 7 or 8 metres out from the try line, and the scrum will be fed by Peter Sterling. The scrum goes down and the ball is in, and it's a win to Parramatta. Sterling will play the ball on the far side, plays the ball back to Langford. Langford on the burst, but he runs into a lot of trouble there, and he's brought down about 16 metres out from his own try line. Plays the ball back to Bugden. On it goes to Izzard now, but the defence is up very quickly indeed. Bradley Clyde was there, and also Brent Todd. The ball is played, Parramatta in possession, and they're trying to force play away from their own goal line, getting out of that danger area now. The ball is played quickly. On it goes to Sterling, who kicks. It goes over the head of Ferguson. Ferguson runs back, but getting there first, and this now is Belcher. Belcher running across field, gets away from looking to link up with the players on the far far side. Finally got the pass away to Carey. Carey got the pass to Meninga. Meninga inside the halfway line, but he throws a loose pass and it's regathered on the far side by Parramatta. About 5 metres inside the Eels territory. They're in possession over halfway now. 9 metres inside the Raiders half. The ball is played back to Sterling. On it goes to Peter Wynn. And Wynn is brought down about 10 metres inside the Raiders territory. Wynn to play the ball. Plays it back to Bugden. Bugden working the blind side. Got the pass. Out it goes now to Izzard. And Izzard is driven into the ground on the far side of the field. 13 metres inside the Raiders territory. The ball is played. It goes to Sterling. Sterling, a cut-out pass to Wynn. And Wynn brought down about 9 metres inside the Raiders half. The ball is played quickly. There's another. That ball rebounds off one of the Raider players.
6 to go.
6 to go now. And it's Parramatta in possession, midway between the half and the quarter line. Sterling offloads the pass. It goes to Kenny. Kenny looking for support, but he couldn't get the pass away. And he's brought down midway between the half and the quarter line. The ball is played. Sterling, a cut-out pass now. It goes out to the centre three-quarter, which is Casato. And Casato brought down midway between the half and the quarter line. The referee blows the whistle, and the penalty goes to Parramatta.
Well, Parramatta showing that they're certainly ready to throw the ball around. 2 great kicks we saw in the early part of the game from Canberra, but at the moment it's a penalty to the Parramatta side, well within kicking range of Andrew Leeds, the former international. Rugby Union international, who had a somewhat slow start to his league career. Well, I suppose anyone with 8 games under his belt certainly could smile to find himself in a Parramatta first-grade team. Andrew Leeds has. He's come through his last 2 matches in fine form. So he's got a dry paddock to see what he can do today. I saw Andrew Leeds play for Parramatta Rugby Union side in a grand final when they absolutely demolished Randwick. He can find some of that form on the Rugby League paddock. You're going to see a fine player in Andrew Leeds over the years. Well, here he goes. Let's see what his kicking talent's like. And we notice on the right-hand side that Mal Meninga is down. There was a doubt about him as far as his groin injury at training yesterday. So we'll keep an eye on Mal and we'll let you know. As Andrew Leeds moves in, puts the ball straight between the posts. So the score here at Seaford Oval after just 5 minutes of the match. Parramatta leading Canberra 2 points to 0. Sideline, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that Meninga might come from the field. That's going to be a blow for the Raiders, but we'll just see how play transpires. Anyway, Parramatta's drawn first blood. Only early days yet. We've got 75 minutes left as the ball comes back to Atkins. Brett Atkins has been playing good football, but he wasn't in the starting lineup for the Eels today. Eric Groth was supposed to take his place, but he dropped out. Because of that, Atkins gets his chance to redeem himself. Andrew Langford taking the ball up strongly. Goes to Bugden. Mark Bugden. Jeff, of course, with the ball now. A dummy half. It'll win. Tackled around the legs by number 40. None other than Laurie Daly. I don't think you'll see him in number 40 for very long. Today you will, of course, but in the future I think that he'll be in the team. But let's go back to the game as Peter Sterling goes charging through. Gets the ball to Casato. This is going to be a try. Well, a dreadful bounce to Gary Belcher. Peter Sterling came charging through. The ball dropped neatly into his hands and he offloaded to Casato for a soft try in the 6th minute of the match here at Seaford Oval.
Yes, that was a very awkward bounce for Gary Belcher, as you said, Peter. And there is the try for Parramatta. And that try comes up after about 7.5 minutes of play in the first half. Here we go again. The break is made. And over they go, Parramatta. And they've scored the first try of the match.
Well, that stunned the big crowd here. They're expecting the Raiders to draw first blood. They find them down 6 points to 0. That man, Peter Sterling. What a dreadful bounce. What a great kick, I suppose we could say. Put it into no man's land. The ball set up and kicked back.
Yeah, well, we've only had about 7 minutes of play, Peter. We've seen already that I think the kicking game is going to play a big part in this game today. Ricky Stewart found touch with a couple of great kicks. Peter Sterling has had a couple of kicks. I think the outcome of the game depend on these two in their kicking game.
Certainly do. Well, let's have a look at another type of kicking game which puts points on the board. It's goal kicking. As Leeds moves in, he puts it across the face of the goal, though. Andrew Leeds misses the conversion. We'll go to a break now here at Seaford. The score 6 points to 0 as Brett Atkins goes through a tackle. Well, sloppy defence from the Raiders. They've got to hold them up in this part of the field if they hope to get into this game. On the far side, Casato bringing the ball out. Bugden a dummy half. A little bit shaky, the Raiders, early in this match, as Carey and Daly combine. Put Ticehurst down. Loose pass, finally picked up by Sterling. Sterling finds Leeds. Strong tackle on Leeds. Walters and O'Sullivan. Goes to Sterling on the blind side. He kicks for the sideline. Better bounce for Belcher this time. He traps it with his foot and brings play back up towards the halfway. Goes down the blind side. Can't beat. When will he go over the sideline? Almost. Belcher did well to stay in. Carey. There's a penalty. Parramatta inside the 5 and a relieving penalty to the Raiders with 10 minutes gone in the match. They'll kick for the sideline, so here comes Canberra's opportunity to attack the Parramatta line. We'll see O'Sullivan in centre field now receiving treatment. Looks like he's having trouble stretching out as well.
Parramatta are looking pretty well organised in the first 10 minutes of the match, Peter.
Certainly are. Unfortunately, I keep saying that Canberra look a little bit injured. But anyway, Brent Todd takes the ball up only about 15 metres or so away from the Parramatta line. And here's a penalty. Well, Bugden didn't even try and get off the man then, and the penalty rightly went to the Canberra Raiders. And here should be an opportunity for Laurie Daly to put points on the board, the first points on the board for the Canberra side. Parramatta leading 6 points to 0, only a converted try in it. As he comes across, of course, Daly played yesterday, scored the first try for country. Didn't make much difference in the end, though. Said he got up in the final minutes of the match to win fairly convincingly the match, which I thought was, to tell the truth, quite boring.
The Raiders won't be looking for too many injuries today. Of course, we've had a doubtful over Meninga. He was in some doubt early in the game. O'Sullivan's already received injury, plus the 5 players backing up, Peter, so the Raiders be hoping that they can keep 13 fit players on the field.
Yes, well, it seems strange when you've got a side like Parramatta with players Brett Kenny, Peter Sterling, Peter Wynn. They're usually the players backing up after representative matches, Tony.
Certainly, Peter.
The old brigade, so to speak.
That's right.
But on this occasion, Parramatta fresh for this big game. As Laurie Daly moves back, steps to the left, the big crowd hushed as Daly moves in. Has been kicking superbly. What's this one like? It's a shocker. It goes back to Wood. Can he get the ball back over the try line? No, he can't. So Parramatta will have to kick the ball from their own try line. The Canberra Raiders to get the ball back.
We've had 11 minutes of play in the first half, and Andrew Leeds will restart play from the underneath the goalpost. There's the kick by Leeds. It's a good long kick back down towards halfway. There to receive the ball is Laurie Daly. Daly on the burst, 10 metres inside the Parramatta territory. He's brought down in a good tackle by Mark Laurie. The ball is played quickly. And Dean Lance with the ball now, 30 metres out. Lance plays the ball in centre field. It's passed on. It goes to Stewart. Stewart, a little dummy, tried to go through the gap, but it closed up very quickly. And he's brought down 28 metres out from Parramatta's goal line. The ball is played. On it goes to Todd on the burst, but he's brought down very solidly indeed by the Bugden brothers. The ball is played quickly. Out it goes from O'Sullivan. On it goes now to Meninga. A little kick over the head, but it's straight into the arms of Andrew Leeds. And Leeds is... he tries to take play back up towards his 22-metre line, but the Raider defence was up very quickly indeed. On the far side of the field, this is Ticehurst, and Ticehurst is brought down very quickly indeed by Laurie Daly. The ball is played. Out it goes now. Langford, this is Andrew Langford, and Langford tackled just inside his own 22-metre line, right in centre field. He'll play the ball back. Mark Bugden as dummy half, offloads the pass to Wynn. Wynn on the burst, but he's dumped heavily to the ground. Lazarus, one of the tacklers there. And also Walters. The ball is played. Parramatta in possession inside their own quarter line. Out it goes now, and this is Mark Laurie. And Laurie got his pass away to Sterling on the burst, right up the centre of the field. On it goes to Izzard. Stands up on the tackle, looks for support, but he can't get the pass away. And he's brought down right on the halfway line. Izzard plays the ball from the dummy half. It goes to Sterling. On it goes now to Langford. A flick pass back inside. It goes... to Brett Atkins, and they've lost the ball. Raiders back in possession, midway between the half and the quarter line. It's Lazarus playing the ball back. On it goes to Ferguson. Ferguson has a bit of a run. Out of one. Ferguson almost through the gap, and he's brought down about a metre or so inside Parramatta's half. The ball is played quickly. Out it goes to Bradley Clyde now, and Clyde is brought down in a desperate tackle midway between the half and the quarter line. He'll play the ball. Coyner's dummy half. Got the pass from Stewart. On it goes to Daly on the far side. Then Carey. Carey back inside to Daly. And Daly was almost into the clear, but he was ankle tapped. He's lost the ball, and the ball goes into touch. Only about 9 metres out from Parramatta's try line. Over on the far side of the field.
Great play from both sides. Peter Sterling coming into play for the Parramatta team. We saw Ricky Stewart combining well on the far side with his backs, and put your hands together for Dean Lance. Also tackled the ball, took the ball up strongly, and created the opportunity for Canberra to put on their first real attack of the match.
Now this scrum going down 9 metres out from Parramatta's try line. Over on the far side of the field. The scrum not quite on the mark to the satisfaction of the referee. It goes down again, and Ricky Stewart will feed the ball in. We've had about 14 minutes of play in this match, and the score Parramatta 6 lead Canberra 0. Now the scrum goes down. Stewart. It's a win against the feed to Parramatta. Leads. Kenny got his pass to David Woods. Woods up towards the 22-metre line, but the defence is coming across very quickly. And that was a huge tackle by Meninga. The ball is played quickly. On it goes to Andrew Leeds. And again, he's brought down well inside his 22-metre line. Bradley Clyde, one of the tacklers. The ball is played. It's played quickly now. It goes out to Casado. Casado just inside his own 22-metre line. Parramatta in possession there, leading by 6 points to 0. The ball is passed out to Kenny. And Kenny throws a loose pass straight into the arms of Carey. And Carey brought down about 23 metres out from Parramatta's line. The ball is played quickly. Working the blind side is Clyde. Clyde throws the pass back to Carey. On it goes to Stewart, and Stewart gets to within about 10 metres of Parramatta's try line. Carey from the dummy half position. Got the pass to Cloyd. O'Sullivan. Belcher up on the back line. Belcher tried to get the pass away. He's finally got the pass away. They're reversing play now. Meninga. Ferguson. He tries to get around Atkins, but he can't do so. And he's brought down about 13 metres out. Ferguson to play the ball. Raiders applying the pressure now. Well, it goes to O'Sullivan. It rebounds off one of the Parramatta players. Raiders back in possession. And tackled with the ball there was Lazarus. The ball to be played. It's played back. Walter's dummy half. Stewart. On it goes to Daly. Daly saw half a gap, but it closed up very quickly under about 11 metres out. One tackle to go. The ball is played. On it goes to Stewart. Stewart going for the line, and Stewart is in. Stewart has scored.
Great try, Canberra. Ricky Stewart's primed for a big one, and that's the way he's going to get his points win over Sterling today. He's really going to have to put it together, but it was a great team try. Here comes the replay. Stewart goes, puts the brakes on, straight through he goes. Put the hammer down. That was a great try from Stewart. Just put that stumble on just at that right time to offset the defence, and then the accelerator went down, and that is a good try to the Raiders. Back in the game with Daly to put over the extras, or attempt to put over the extras, which will put the Raiders in front for the first time of the game.
Well, that is just what the doctor ordered, Peter.
Certainly is. Ricky Stewart has looked dangerous. A few times he's handled the ball. He showed the Parramatta defence that he's got the strength and acceleration to go through gaps. Keep an eye on him today. And we see the physiotherapists out there with the Canberra side. They must be a little bit jaded with 5 of them backing up after yesterday's hard slog at Newcastle. But that's just the sort of medicine they're going to need to G them up. They've got the crowd here. Just got to put the performance together, because this is a very good Parramatta Eels team. Daly taking his time over this kick. Crucial one too. Moves in. Kicks the ball sweetly between the posts. The score here at Seaford Oval. The crowds are static. 8 points to 6. Canberra leading Parramatta. Right. Okay, we're back at the game. And of course the score is 6-all, I should have said. That earlier penalty goal was missed by Daly. So it's 6-all. The score is locked up here at Seaford Oval. We're getting all the Canberra supporters at home fired up. Talking about fired up. Brett Kenny's got the ball, and he's fired up as he charges downfield. Picks up with Lee. The ball goes to Ferguson, though. He intercepts it. And Canberra have the ball now in their own 22. Lazarus charging upfield. 6-all the score. Walters at dummy half. Brent Todd, the big New Zealander, charging upfield, about 32 metres out from the Raiders line. The ball should go back to Stewart shortly. First of all, though, it goes to O'Sullivan. Jinks still going. O'Sullivan finds Belcher in support up from fullback. He finds Meninga, but it goes off his chest and goes forward. And eventually Sterling picks it up for Picks it up for Parramatta, but there's been an offside ruling.
Meninga was held back then, Peter. Meninga was held back. The referee was right on the spot. We'll have a look at it here. Now, see, Meninga was brought down before he received the ball, and that's the reason why the Raiders got the penalty.
Well, lucky penalty for Canberra. The opportunity to attack as Daly attempts to kick for the sideline. In the earlier matches today, of course, the President's Cup and reserve grade sides from both clubs are leading the competition. We'll give you those scores shortly. Let's stay with the action now as Lazarus goes charging towards the line. Good run from Glenn Lazarus. He's tackled about 8 metres out from the Parramatta line. Comes to Brent Todd. Brent Todd dummies. Gives it back to Bradley Clyde. He's still going. Gets the ball away to Lazarus on the blind side. Can't get through Wood's tackle. He's taken about 4 metres out from the Parramatta line. Walters at dummy half. Ricky Stewart. Across the back line to O'Sullivan. Long passes to Meninga. Short ball to Belcher. Belcher gets it to Daly. Daly steps off his left. Comes back. Finally tackled around the legs by Casado. He'll play the ball about 12 metres out from the Parramatta line. Goes to Belcher. Across field looking for someone to look. Does he need? Almost goes through. Throws a loose pass though, and Parramatta come up with possession through Ticehurst. Near thing for Parramatta.
The crowd really enjoying this action here at Seaford Oval. They're loving every minute of it.
Well, both sides showing plenty of flair and attack. As we see Leeds now bringing the ball up. He links up with Casado, who's tackled about 18 metres out from the Parramatta goal line. He'll play the ball. Comes to win on the blind side. Head back and legs pumping win down the blind. Tackled right on the 22. Still on the blind side to Langford. Langford tackled about 30 metres out from his try line on the 5th. Still for Sterling to kick. In fact, it goes back to Andrew Leeds. Leeds has to step back on the inside. Is he going to be caught? Throws a loose looping pass, and the ball's put down by Mark Laurie. Good pressure from Gary Coyne, Ricky Stewart, and Laurie Daly.
Yes, there was a lot of pressure applied there to the Parramatta side. They were forced into that error.
Have a look at it. There was the loose looping pass. Went to Laurie. He wasn't expecting it. And, of course, it is a handover as the ball was knocked on the 6th tackle under the new rules this year as Brent Todd charges the ball infield. Tackled 18 metres out. Here come the Raiders. Down the blind side goes Walters, stealing ground from dummy half. He's tackled. Ferguson at dummy half. Goes across. Ricky Stewart. Stewart dummies. Can't get through the defence on the 3rd tackle. Raiders probing, looking for a break in the Parramatta defence. It goes to O'Sullivan, loop around with Daly. Goes to Meninga. Meninga standing, but can't get through the defence. 3 Parramatta players putting down. Carey to Coyne. Strong defence from Parramatta. Holding. Comes to Ricky Stewart, goes for the field goal. Looks good to me, and it looks good to the referee, Bill Harrigan. Now Parramatta are in trouble. 7 points to 6. Canberra in front.
To restart play from the centre of the halfway line. The crowd loving every minute of this. They got plenty of good football in the early matches, and they're really primed up for this big one here. Now there's the restart of play by Andrew Leeds. Over on the far side, it's taken by Stewart. Stewart offloads the pass to Carey. Carey tries to take the play up towards his 22-metre line, but he's brought down about 16 metres out from his own goal line. The ball is played. There's players everywhere on the ground, and it's still the Raiders in possession. It's played back quickly now. On it goes to Todd. Todd on the burst. Brought down about a half a metre short of the quarter line, almost in centre field. Plays the ball back from Walters. On it goes to Stewart. Then it goes to Meninga. A little grubber kick. It rebounds and has a try to Parramatta. Peter Sterling says thank you very much. And that try came from absolutely nowhere.
Well, a bad mistake, I suppose, but you've got to put your hands together for Peter Sterling. He blocked the kick from Belcher as he tried to push it downfield. Let's look at the replay now. It goes out to Belcher, tries to jam it downfield. Sterling blocked the ball. The ball went loose. He scooped it up, and that's a try.
Peter, how many times did you see this happening in rugby league, particularly this season? It seems to be more so than previous seasons. These rebounds, they're picked up and tries come from nowhere.
Of course, the pressure to put on the kicker, the better the pressure, the more chance you have of being able to keep play in their half of the field. On that occasion, Peter Sterling's a past master at knocking down kicks. Just stood straight in front of Belcher, straight in front of Meninga then. and came up with the 4 points.
Okay, 10 points to 7, and we're coming up to the 25-minute mark in the first half of this enthralling game here at Seaford Oval, and we'll just see whether or not Andrew Leeds can convert that try scored by the little master, Peter Sterling. It's placed about 18 metres out, about 14 metres in from touch on the hillside of the field. Andrew Leeds taking plenty of time with this kick, moves in, the ball is in the air. It's waved away, and so the score here at Seaford Oval, Parramatta 10, lead Canberra 7. Started by Daly, goes back to Andrew Leeds, takes play over his 22-metre line. He'll play the ball back. Mark Bugden is the dummy half. On it goes to, that's Brett Atkins, the winger, and he's tackled about 30 metres out from his own try line. The ball is played. On it goes quickly now to Andrew Langford. Langford brought down midway between the half and the quarter line. Parramatta in possession, playing with a lot of authority in this first 25 minutes of the match. They're in possession, 30 metres out from their own line. A kick by Sterling, but it goes right into the arms of Belcher. And this is Belcher running the ball back upfield. But he's well tackled, about 30 metres out from his own line. Belcher to play the ball. Stewart is the dummy half. He got the pass away to Dean Lance, and Lance is quickly bundled to the ground midway between the half and the quarter line. Lance plays the ball. Walters dummy half. He got the pass to Clyde. Clyde gets to within 10 metres of the halfway line before he's brought down. Raiders in possession, 9 metres inside their own territory, and the referee has penalised Parramatta. The penalty goes to the Raiders, 9 metres inside their own territory.
Well, that's 2 undisciplined errors from Parramatta, giving penalties to Canberra when they were still in their own half. Last time we saw the Raiders come up with a try from the penalty. Let's see what happens with this one.
There's the kick for line by Laurie Daly. Gains good ground. More pressure coming up now for the Parramatta side. It goes out to Dean Lance. And Lance is bundled into the ground, 25 metres out from the Parramatta line. Walters dummy half. On it goes to Coyne. Coyne gets to within about a metre of the quarter line, where he's brought down in a good tackle. The ball is played. Out it goes to Stewart. On it goes to Clyde. Clyde tried to go through the gap, but it closed up very, very quickly indeed. On the 22-metre line, the ball is played. It goes to Stewart. On it goes to Mal Meninga. Meninga got the pass away to Daly. Daly almost out of a tackle. Gets up quickly, plays the ball. They're on the 22-metre line. Here's Belcher from dummy half. Well, it goes now. Meninga. And Meninga is brought down 9 metres out. 1 tackle to go. The ball is played quickly. Stewart, a grubber kick through, but it may be too strong. Is it? Yes, it goes over the dead ball line.
It's touched by one of the Parramatta players in Atkins, I believe, so therefore it'll be a line drop kick. I've been having a look at Meninga through the glasses, and I really believe that he's been affected by a groin injury.
Yes, he's had the trainer up there on a couple of occasions.
There we saw the kick through from Ricky Stewart being touched by Atkins.
So play to restart with a drop kick. And Andrew Leeds to restart play. There's a good long-ranging drop kick right onto the halfway. Belcher got the pass to Carey. Carey on the burst. A good run by Carey. Goes straight up the centre of the field, and he's tackled 32 metres out from the Parramatta line. Plays the ball. Walters dummy half. This is Dean Lance running solidly onto the ball. Gets to almost onto the 22-metre line before he's tackled. Now from the dummy half, Walters almost caught the Parramatta defence snapping on that occasion. He plays the ball 15 metres out. O'Sullivan got the pass to Coyne. Here's a chance. Back to O'Sullivan. Oh, gee, it was perilously close that time. The ball is played quickly. Out it goes now. Belcher up in the play, and Belcher only about 7 metres out on the last tackle. The ball will be played close to the try line. Ball's played quickly. On it goes. Oh, here's another try. Another try to Ricky Stewart. He caught the defence absolutely napping, said, thank you very much, I'll have another try.
Well, I predicted this would be the battle of the halfbacks. Ricky Stewart, before the game, said he was after a blinder. Ricky Stewart, you've certainly started like a house on fire. That was a great jinking run from the little halfback. Oh, there was the dummy step back inside. Bucket, he shrugged and looked at him and said, goodness me.
Parramatta did not have a clue what was going on there, Peter. He just left them grasping at nothing.
He's a great player, Ricky Stewart, and he's showing to this great crowd, this huge crowd down here at Seaford Oval, just what a class player he is. Played for Australia in Rugby Union. He aims to play for Australia in Rugby League.
Canberra in front by 1 point, 11 points to 10, with a conversion kick right in front of the sticks. get a good lead coming up to half-time, Anthony. There's the kick. It's straight between the uprights. And so after 29 minutes of play, it's Canberra 13, lead Parramatta 10.
So it's the battle of the halfbacks here at Seaford, and isn't this crowd loving it? As we see Andrew Leeds kick off, and the ball goes back deep. Goes to Carey. We've seen a lot of Carey early in the game today, and he continues to run hard and strongly. Goes back to Walters. Here goes Big Mal, doing forwards work. He's built like a forward too. Comes to Brent Todd. Looking for a big workload from Todd. Lazarus, of course, played the big game yesterday. Must be very weary in the legs. It goes to Ricky Stewart, drives the ball deep downfield, straight to Leeds, well positioned for the kick. It comes back. Ran into a big one from the captain of the Raiders, Dean Lance. That shook him to the bootlaces. Goes to Sterling. He's looking for players. They're not back there yet. And it goes to Woods. Woods tries to run around Daly. He can't do that. And over the top was O'Sullivan to stop him, slipping the ball away to Ticehurst. He'll play the ball. Ticehurst runs down the blind side. Runs into Gary Coyne. Tackled almost on the halfway line. Plays the ball. Sterling. Across the back line, loose pass. Casado's got it, straightens up, comes back infield, runs into Lazarus, who pushes him back about 5 metres before he's finally put to ground by Walters. Sterling's looking for runners, and he hasn't got one.
They're looking very disorganised, the Eels, Peter.
They certainly are. They've started, as we said before, Anthony Moore pointed out, this game is being played at a hectic pace down there, and all the players would be feeling it at the moment as Carey's got the ball once again. This is a replay of the kick-off we had a few minutes ago as Carey comes up, running quite as strongly there. He's tackled right on the 22. Gets to his feet. We've seen a lot of Belcher so far in this game. Belcher's running more freely than I've seen him all season. Of course, he's coming back from that injury. He's playing well, and Meninga has put the ball down. Or what's happened here? We've got a swinging arm. As Sterling's been called out, and it's Bugden.
Mark Bugden
has been called over with him. Mark Bugden back after suspension when he was sent off for giving Elias a quick 1-2 over at Perth in the Panasonic Cup match. Here it is now. Let's look for it. Oh, yes, well, very late coming in over the top.
Yeah, that was Jeff, in fact, but I'd rather mark that up as Jeff was talking to the referee.
It was Jeff Bugden on that occasion who was earned the ire of the referee. Raiders once more in the Parramatta half. Another mistake, another penalty from Parramatta, giving the Raiders the chance to put more points on the board. The score here, 13 points to 7. Canberra Raiders leading Parramatta in a great match. Goes to Todd. Tackle just over the Parramatta side of halfway. Goes to Walters. That side's starting to slow play down a little bit at the moment. Goes to Stewart. Stewart, beautiful ball back on the inside to Bradley. Clyde looking for support, finds it. Lazarus is in the clear. Where's his support? No support. Close. O'Sullivan's there though. The ball goes loose. Passed off the ground. Referee says play on. Ricky Stewart chips over the top. This could be another try to Stewart. The ball goes loose. Close thing for Parramatta. As Stewart goes for his third try. The ball just saved infield.
Desperation football this, Peter. Have a look at this. There's the ball. O'Sullivan knocked it back.
Well, this is the one I thought shouldn't have been allowed to go on, although, yes, he wasn't held. Fair enough by the referee. And here's the kick over the top from Stewart. Going through. Eyes on the ball. Ball sits up. And that's Bugden who saved the day. Gave away the penalty earlier on. He was on hand to save the day on that occasion. Goes to Meninga. Meninga's got Ferguson. Ferguson beats Atkins. Ferguson's going to the sideline. Johnny Ferguson's going to score. Great try, Canberra. Great try. Johnny Ferguson. Is he the best winger in the competition? Listen to this crowd.
Look at the crowd. They are going berserk. And there's the elated teammates coming up and saying, good on you, Johnny. You're our boy. Have a look at this. He gets around that feeble attempt at a tackle there, gets away from another, puts the head down, goes for the line, and thank you very much, says Johnny Ferguson. Now, there's a man, 35 years of age. He played yesterday, and look, you wouldn't think he's played for what? Exactly.
Well, just watch the way he gets around Atkins, though. He stepped inside beautifully. Leeds was there. Beats Leeds tackle just with sheer pace. And it was too late by the time that the last line of defence came across in the form of Craig Izzard. Johnny Ferguson was home for a try.
So simple. Oh, the crowd are loving it here. This is what this huge crowd are here today for. They want to see some action, and believe you me, they're going to get it. It's just begun.
Well, Tony Campbell's been rapping John Ferguson all year, and Tony doesn't want John to retire. I think, Tony, you might be paying his match payments next year.
I think what if we keep screaming and shouting up here, we'll have to retire shortly too with this excitement. Now let's have a look at this conversion attempt by Laurie Daly. It's right on the 22-metre line and 13 metres in from touch. The score, Canberra 17, Parramatta 10. Daly moves in. No, not quite. It goes away to the right of the upright. So here at Seaford Oval, we've had about 55 minutes of play in the first half. It's Canberra 17, leading Parramatta 10.
Back to Seaford Oval, 17 points to 10, and we've seen a replacement, Anthony Moore.
Yeah, all the pace is starting to take its toll already, Peter, and the first replacement is Gary Vernon on for Parramatta.
Gary Vernon on for Parramatta. Score 17 points to 10, 4 minutes left in the first half. And if the second half is like this first half, it's going to be the game of the season. Been played at startling pace. Might be a few points scored, but I can tell you the reason why is because of the attacking ability of both sides. There's one of the players who's been part of that attacking. Flair, Ricky Stewart, not a good kick on that occasion. Goes to Andrew Leeds with a bit of room, goes straight through. Finally met in the tackle from Gary Coyne and Glenn Lazarus. Two players I wouldn't like to run into together. And there's a penalty. Indiscretion from the Canberra Raiders. And the penalty goes to Parramatta in this crucial period of play, 5 minutes before half-time. So Peter Sterling knows all about this period.
Now here's the penalty, the reason why the penalty was given. The Raiders lying all over the tackle man, wouldn't get up, allow him to play the ball.
Okay, well here goes Parramatta. 17-10, they're down, minutes left in the first half. Bugden a dummy half. Goes to Sterling, Sterling to Laurie. Laurie tries to come back in field, but Dean Lance wraps him up in a strong tackle. Down the blind side, Sterling, almost to Shepherd. Goes across to Wood, nowhere to go. Eventually Gary Coyne takes him. He'll play the ball. Ticehurst spiking from dummy half. About 15 metres out from the Canberra line. Sterling. Brett Kenny. Haven't seen much of Kenny. There's a wraparound on this occasion. Back on the inside to Leeds. The ball goes loose. And Canberra come up with the ball. Johnny Ferguson, a dummy half. He'll make 5 or 10. As he always does. Bradley Clyde is dummy half. Todd almost left it behind him. Recovered in time to secure the ball. Glenn Lazarus. Two Parramatta defenders. Izzard over the top. And Wynn underneath.
Offside.
There's a penalty. Well, it's about the fourth occasion in a row when we've seen Canberra on about the fourth or fifth tackle. The Parramatta have come up with an indiscretion, offside or something in the tackle that's given Canberra the opportunity to get play back into the Parramatta half.
Both these sides, Peter, can't wait for that half-time whistle this time.
It's the seventh penalty the Raiders have got in the first half. Penalties are 7-2, but they favour the Raiders. And what a return to football for Peter Sterling. He's been out with a serious injury for 3 weeks and looks as though he hasn't missed a week's football at all, Peter.
Right, back to the action now. The tap kick will be taken over on the far side of the field, and it will be taken by Walters. 28 metres out. Tap. On it goes Stewart. O'Sullivan runs back the other way. He's through the gap. O'Sullivan looks for support, but he can't get the pass away. And he's brought down 27 metres out. The ball is played quickly from Stewart. And it goes to Meninga. Meninga goes straight down the centre. A loose pass dived on, picked up, 6 to go. And with the ball now, of course, is the captain. That's Dean Lance. He's having a good game, Lance. He'll play the ball just inside the 22-metre line. Walters from the dummy half. On it goes to Coyne. Coyne almost in the clear, but he's brought down eventually. Only about 20 metres out, right in centre field. The Raiders applying more pressure in the dying stages of this first half. That's Todd. Or yes, it is Todd. He'll play the ball. Only about 12 or 13 metres out. Walters from the dummy half. He's lost the ball. And Parramatta have regained possession coming up to half-time.
It looked as though that Canberra were setting themselves for a field goal. Walters went from dummy half to set the play up straight under the post, but unfortunately came up with an error at a crucial stage.
Now Laurie plays the ball. And it's Parramatta in possession, 22 metres out from their own line. A tap and a run by David Woods now. Here's the centre three-quarter, and he's brought down in a crunching tackle right on the halfway line. There's the siren. Woods to play the ball. Plays it back to Leeds. On it goes to Sterling. Sterling puts the boot to the ball. It's going over towards the far touchline. Running over there to pick it up is Stewart. He puts the boot to the ball. It goes into the crowd. And that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the first half. Canberra 17, Parramatta 10.
In fact, one of those were against the feet, so a tight head win there to Bugden. The penalties, they favoured the Raiders a whopping 7-2. Missed tackles in the first half. Parramatta missed 9, and the Raiders missed 4. In the handling errors department, the Raiders, they put the ball down 5 times to Parramatta's 4. And the top tackler for the first half was Parramatta's Peter Wynn. He made 12 tackles.
Here come the Parramatta Eels back on the paddock now. John Mooney would have had stern words to say to them about the penalties they've been giving away in crucial field positions. Enabled the Raiders to get inside their half and enabled them to come up with some points. 17 points, in fact. It's 17-10. 40 minutes to go. The battle of the halfbacks here at Seaford Oval.
I think there's a replacement on for Parramatta too. Peter, number 17's on the field. That's looks like Glenn Lydiard, number 17.
Right, we've got Tony Moore on the sideline now. We'll cross down to you, Tony. What's happening?
Yeah, David Woods has come off for Parramatta, and Glenn Lydiard has gone on the field. Couldn't get much out of the two coaches there today, but things were pretty tense in the both dressing rooms.
I can imagine they were, and Canberra have come up with a mistake from the kick-off, kicking it out on the full, so a penalty goes to the Eels right in the centre of the field.
Okay, so bringing the ball up now for this penalty. Tap quick. It's tapped quick by, pardon me, Bugden. Mark. He plays the ball. Leads dummy half. Sterling. Sterling got the pass away to Laurie. And Laurie is brought down 10 metres inside the Raiders' territory. He plays the ball. Mark Bugden, dummy half. Offloads the pass to Izzard. And Izzard is brought down very quickly indeed. Midway between the half and the quarter by Coyne. And also Brentott. Working the blind side. Parramatta trying to get up towards the Raiders' quarter line. They're about 30 metres out from the try line now. The ball is played quickly from Sterling, and it goes to Kenny. Kenny running strongly across crossfield. That was suspiciously forward from my point of view. Sitting from up here, the pass out towards Casato, and the referee blows the whistle, and a scrum will pack down 11 metres inside the Raiders' territory. That pass from Sterling to Casato, just slightly forward.
For the Raiders then, as Casato was straight through the gap. O'Sullivan, cheeky in attack in the first half. Danny Krankovic has shown his class in first grade. Big Mel Meninga running strongly onto the ball. Brent Todd dummies back on the inside as Dean Lance is ironed out, but you see the referee move it all. Something happened. Dean Lance is lying on the paddock. Long pass from O'Sullivan to Belcher. Belcher runs round Casato, showing great pace. Gary Belcher going down the sideline. Gary Belcher. Johnny Ferguson's on the inside. It looks like a good kick. Who'll get there first? Craig Izzard. Izzard saves the day. Great run from Gary Belcher, showing some of that old pace that showed his form in '88 to be so superlative. The kick was on the inside. Here it comes. Belcher down on the accelerator. Beautiful kick on the inside. Ferguson was there, but Craig Izzard just manages to beat him.
I can't get over the pace shown by Craig Izzard that time, Peter. I thought that Ferguson would get there first.
Izzard was on the inside of him, and the ball did curl towards the post. I think that's the reason why Izzard made had the ability to be able to force it and save the try. So, near thing for Parramatta in the opening minutes of the second half as the man Belcher's got it again. Belcher's almost on the inside, comes into a strong tackle from Peter Wynn. Tackled right on the 22. Raiders on the attack. Glenn Lazarus. Good strong tackle from the Eels. Brett Atkins the tackle. Stewart. O'Sullivan almost a wraparound, comes at the Coyne. Good strong tackle from Izzard. The Eels certainly tackling strongly in the opening minutes of the second half. Brent Todd takes the ball up about 15 metres out from the Parramatta try line. Down the blind side, Gary Coyne to Bradley Clyde. Clyde back on the inside to Gary Coyne. Coyne goes to Meninga. Meninga for the try line. Is he there?
He certainly is.
It's a try. Big Mel scored a try in the corner for the Raiders. The fans are berserk. Raiders 21,
Can I just correct you there, Peter? The crowd isn't berserk, they're going berserk. Just in case there's a technicality there.
There's a lot of them out there. Look at the try.
Yes, have a look at this. The power of that man. He just carried them over the line as though they were little fairies.
Watch Leeds hit the turf. Good work from Bradley Clyde. Gary Coyne goes to Meninga. He goes, look at that. Whoa.
Just push.
That's power.
Andrew leads off and said, get away, fellow. This is it. I want to score a try.
And that was his bad arm.
Certainly is, and we've been told by his physiotherapist that arm is now stronger than his good arm.
And what a good time to score a try. Straight after half-time, Peter.
In the opening minutes,
How many times have we seen this?
the opening minutes of the second half. Meninga does look hurt, though. He's out there talking to a trainer at the moment as Laurie Daly lines up this kick.
Oh, by the way, Peter, we had a bit of a bet on the crowd attendance here today. What was your suggestion just before?
I thought it was about 15,800.
What did you say, Peter? Ricky, I'm sorry.
I said 14.5, so if a couple of thousand could go home, I'd appreciate that.
No, the money is yours. It's 14,460 spectators.
There we go.
14,460.
Okay, it's a big crowd. It's the biggest crowd of the season at Seaford as Laurie Daly moves into the kick, but it's to the right of the post, so the score remains here 21 points to 10. 14,500 spectators very happy about proceedings. Jeff Buckley, of course.
So players restarted now by Leeds. Here's Big Mal over the 22-metre line. Thank you very much. And he takes about 3 or 4 of the Parramatta defenders to bring him down. The ball is played quickly. On it goes to Lazarus. And Lazarus, about 32 metres out from the Raiders try line, plays it back. Waller's dummy half. On it goes to Todd. Todd puts the shoulder down and bursts up towards the halfway line. Tackled about 11 metres short. Out it goes now to Bradley Clyde. On it goes. Oh, he's a break by Lance. On it goes to O'Sullivan. Oh, they're almost in the clear again, the Raiders. They're playing superbly in these opening minutes of the second half. Working the blind side as Belcher. Belcher, he's lost the ball and it's regathered by Parramatta over on the far side of the field. Parramatta in possession again. Casado, and he'll play the ball. And that's Vernon. Vernon to play the ball just short of the halfway line. Sterling. On it goes from Laurie. On it goes to Kenny. Kenny, a cutout pass. And that's number 17, Glenn Lydiard, one of the replacement players, 10 metres short of halfway. It's Parramatta in possession. And that player was bundled into touch in no uncertain terms, Krinkovic. And so a scrum will pack down about a half a metre or so inside Parramatta's territory. 11 metres in from touch on the grandstand side of the field. 6 minutes of play gone in the second half. Canberra 21, Parramatta 10. The scrum goes down. It's won by... No, referee not satisfied. He'll ask the scrum to pack down again. And it will be fed by Ricky Stewart, who's had a superb game here so far today. Stewart, he's absolutely cut them to ribbons in scoring his tries. Now the scrum having a few problems, packing down correctly. Beautiful weather here, and this crowd enjoying every single moment of this match. Now the scrum goes down, fed in by Stewart. It's locked in there. Finally, it's a Raiders ball. On it goes now. O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan got the pass away to Belcher, and Belcher caught right around the ankles by Lydiard. And he'll play the ball now. Out it goes to Meninga. Meninga on the burst, up towards halfway. He's brought down about 5 or 6 metres short. He'll play the ball. Carey dummy half. Over on the far side, it's Clyde. Clyde looks for support, couldn't get the pass away. And he's brought down, that's the halfway line you can see there. From the play the ball, it goes from Stewart. Out it goes to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to Todd. Todd up to halfway. Stood up on the pass, stood up and got the pass away to Gary Coyne. And Coyne is brought down just inside his own half. Plays the ball from Walters. On it goes to Stewart. Stewart looking for the touchline on the far side. Will it find it? Will it find it? Will it? Oh, yes, it does. Oh, that's only about 3 inches from the touchline, from the try line.
Yes, it must have gone over the line and rolled back in.
I'd say it well. It rolled right. I reckon it's rolled along the line for about 10 metres or so.
And here's the head-on shot of it. It might be fairly hard to see because we won't be able to pick up the line.
Is it? Isn't it? Is it? Well, the touch judge said so.
The touch judge right on that line, so he's the man. The flag went up.
And here's a penalty from the scrum. The penalty goes against the Raiders. The scrum has collapsed, and Parramatta received the penalty. And it's only about 7 or 8 metres out from their try line. So now we'll have a look at this kick. The touch There's the kick by Sterling, and the score here at Seaford Oval, Peter?
21 points to 10. The Raiders leading the Eels.
It's a play gone in the second half here at Seaford Oval, and it's the Raiders in position, deep inside Parramatta's territory. Now, can the Raiders make something of this? The ball is played from Walters. On it goes to Coyne. Coyne tries to go through the gap, but he's brought down right on the Eels' 22-metre line. Coyne to play the ball. Raiders applying plenty of pressure now. He'll play the ball. Walters dummy half. Offloads the pass to Stewart. On it goes to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan props, runs back the other way. Tries to go through the gap, but it closes up very quickly on the quarter line. He'll play the ball. Daly from the dummy half, working the blind side. Stewart. Out it goes to Meninga. Meninga out on one. Here's the big fellow. He's going for the line. Meninga looks for support. Offloads it to Daly. And Daly is in. A superb try. A great try, Raiders.
The strength of Meninga.
He is a powerhouse.
He went straight through Peter Sterling. Sterling set himself for the tackle, but the pure strength of that man just ran straight through the tackle. Watch Peter Sterling. He's right in front of him. He just leant down and pushed him off. Then he went through Brett Kenny. Then he just stood up in the tackle, looked for his support. Laurie Dale said, "I'd like to score, please, Mal." There it was. Nice, easy try in the end. The power of Mal Meninga.
That big man, he is absolutely phenomenal.
Here's the head on. You don't often see Peter Sterling and Brett Kenny shrugged off with ease. There comes Andrew Leeds. He's got him, but the ball just looped inside to an unmarked Laurie Daly.
Oh, that was sensational. There's no doubt about it. This is unbelievable football.
10 minutes gone in the second half.
25 points to 10. Canberra lead Parramatta with the kick just away to the right of the uprights. Laurie Daly has the ball placed, and no doubt another 2 points coming up. Raiders, after 10 minutes of play in the second half, they're away to a commanding lead now. Daly takes a deep breath, moves in. There's the kick. It is a beautiful kick. 2 more points. Raiders go further ahead.
27 points to 10. Anthony Moore is down on the sideline right in front of the Parramatta bench. What are the faces on the players like down there?
Well, they're pretty grim at the moment. There aren't too many smiles about, but the Raiders camp, well, they don't look too happy either, but there should be some smiles there pretty soon.
Well, only 10 minutes gone in the second half. Anything can happen with a team like Parramatta. Even though they're down by 17 points, I don't believe they've played that bad. Whoops, they made a mistake then. They kicked it to Mal Meninga.
Look out.
He charges the ball upfield. Took 3 of them to put him down, but they got him down this time. Brett Atkins, giant-sized winger with the Eels. It goes to Glenn Lazarus. We haven't seen a lot of Glenn Lazarus today, but you can forgive him. He played all yesterday. And everything he does will come up with a mistake from the Raiders now as Vernon, one of the replacements, gets the ball running across field. Looks like he's got an orange mouth guard on, and he's tackled about 30 metres out. Daly almost penalised. Sterling to Kenny. Kenny tries to come back on the inside, but the defence holds good. Dean Lance with Bradley Clyde to the blind side. Number 17,
Lydiard.
Lydiard's tackled 32 metres out. Sterling to Kenny. Kenny cut out pass. Meninga hits him. It was a strong tackle from Meninga on Mark Laurie. Laurie still bent over after that one. Goes to Andrew Leeds, another strong tackle. Dean Lance, he's done a ton of work in defence and attack today. Goes to Sterling. Sterling kicks for the line. Oh, magnificent.
Sensational.
Magnificent take by Phil Carey. Goes to Belcher, who's had a blind in the day. And Belcher's cut straight through them. He gives it to Ricky Stewart. Ricky Stewart's got Meninga. It goes to Ferguson. Ferguson has to go back and get the ball. He's still going, Ferguson. Ducks under 1-2. Ferguson's still going. What a great attacking play from the Raiders. 30 metres out. They've got the Eels on the rack. Belcher at dummy half. Goes down the blind side to Ricky Stewart. Stewart dummies. No support on that side, though. He went the wrong way, and he'll play the ball. Eels stretched as it goes to Bradley Clyde through one tackle. Finally taken 18 metres out. Daly calling for the ball on the open side. Going from dummy half is Walters. Walters almost straight through. Still going, Walters. Stopped about a metre short of the line. He'll play it. Goes to Dean Lance. Dean Lance goes himself almost there. Tackled on the 5th. Raiders searching for another try. Back to Coyne. Coyne gets it to Brent Todd. He's dropped the ball, though. Well, that would have been a try, but the ball went loose. Mal Meninga has a comforting arm around him. Brent Todd doesn't score many tries, and he thought he had one then. But the ball went loose. We might have a look at that on the head on the moment. I'm trying to catch my breath. Great attack. Have a look at it again. Here it goes. Todd was through the gap, but the ball went loose.
The scrum goes down about 7 or 8 metres out from the Parramatta try line. A Parramatta ball from Sterling. He got the pass to Kenny. Kenny gets around one, out of two. Kenny offloads the pass now to Andrew Leeds. Leeds got the pass to Lydiard. Lydiard back to Leeds. Good football, Parramatta. Out it goes now. And this is Ticehurst over the halfway. Jeremy Ticehurst. He's still going. Looking for support, but again Carey comes back and has another go and says, that's as far as you're going, fella. Plays the ball from Casado. A long looping pass out to Sterling. Sterling links up now with Brett Atkins. And Atkins brought down about 5 metres inside the Raiders half.
Magnificent tackle from Dean Lance.
Now the ball is played quickly. It goes back now to Peter Wynn. Wynn throws a loose pass. Running back there to get the ball is the Parramatta player over on the far side of the field, and the ball to be played by Atkins. That's working the blind side now is Vernon, and Vernon tackled 2 metres inside the Raiders half. The ball is played. Out it goes now. Sterling. Sterling offloads the pass to Kenny. Kenny to Leeds. Leeds went without it. It's rolling loose on the ground, and Parramatta have dived on it 5 metres inside their territory. Ball to be played. Working the blind side now. Peter Wynn. Wynn got the pass away to Kenny. Kenny puts in a grubber kick, finds touch, and play a scum to pack down midway between the half and the quarter line in the Raiders' territory.
And I noticed that Brett Kenny's been playing the last 5 minutes with only one boot on. In fact, had to kick the ball then. We've got a player on the sideline. Sharp, it looks like, number 23. He'll come onto the field. Of course, the Parramatta reserve grade got away with their match against Canberra in the reserve grade match. And for Canberra supporters, we won Canberra won the President's Cup. Mate, doesn't have a bit biased. There's Ricky Stewart, almost goes straight through.
OK, Stewart to play the ball about a metre short of halfway. Plays it back to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan to Clyde. On it goes to Belcher, a little dummy. He runs back this other way, and he's brought down just short of halfway. The Raiders, they're pouring on the pressure now. It's played quickly from Todd. On it goes now to Lazarus. Lazarus, a good pass to Clyde, but Bradley Clyde has dropped it in the tackle, and Parramatta have regained possession. But by gee, they're under a lot of pressure, the Eels. They're in possession, 30 metres out from their line.
Down to Anthony Moore. We've got some replacements for Canberra.
There's Dean Lance.
Yeah, Dean Lance has come from the field. He's got copped a bit of a knock on the head, and Craig Don was on the bat phone to Tim Sheens, and he's gone onto the field.
Right, they won't lose anything with Diamond on there. Fresh reserve, that's the sort of player they need with a 17 points to 10 lead. We also have a player injured on the far side as Peter Wynn goes down the blind side. Can't get through the defence. That's Walters who's injured on the far side. Goes to Sterling. Crackerjack pace this game. Goes back to Belcher. Belcher gets the ball in goal. Comes up, steps off his right. Runs around one, can't beat the second tackle. He's tackled about 10 metres out from his line. Sharp the tackler. Bradley Clyde. Tackled 12 metres out from his line. Down the blind side, Brent Todd. Diamond looking for work. Fresh man. Comes down to the open side to Ricky Stewart. Dummies to Meninga. Goes to Glenn Lazarus. Raul, beautiful ball round the back to O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan with space. Back on the inside. Goes Stewart. Stewart still going. Looking for support. Looking to link up. Where's his support? Throws the ball loose. It's knocked down by Parramatta. 6 to go, says the referee. 40 metres out from the Parramatta line. Raiders finding joint holes in the Eels' defence. Coin to O'Sullivan once again. O'Sullivan with space. Throws a looping pass inside. Belcher! Another try! What football from the Canberra Raiders. What football. Absolutely superb stuff. I'm trying to get my breath back.
Peter, I think we should warn the viewers, what they're seeing on television is absolutely true. It's not an illusion.
You're a Canberra Raiders supporter, you've got a giant smile.
Here it is. Have a look at this. A little pass out. Now it goes, and that's O'Sullivan on the burst, on the far touchline. O'Sullivan looks for support over the head. Then it goes to Belcher, and Belcher dives over, says, thank you very much. I'll have another try.
And totally deserving to Belcher too. I think he's had by far his best game of the season, and a warning, or an ominous warning to the New South Wales State of Origin players, because I can tell you now, I think Gary Belcher is the state Queensland fullback. He's shown today just what a class act he is. Come back with a vengeance.
Arthur Beetson would be very impressed with the form of Belcher and Meninga, and it's all ominous for the State of Origin games coming up.
Ivan Henjak Boy, look at this armoury they've got to bring on the field. Ivan Henjak, country origin halfback yesterday, set off the first 55 minutes or so, and Ricky Stewart's coming from the field, and he's getting a standing ovation from the grandstand crowd.
There he is.
It has been a gem of a game from Ricky Stewart. The Viking taps him on the shoulder. And on the far side of the paddock, we see Laurie Daly attempting to add more points to the Canberra Raiders scoreline. Has he got it? No, he's missed the goal. The score remains 31 points to 10. Canberra Raiders have got this game in their keeping. Stay viewing, have another couple of cups of coffee, because this is going to be another exciting 20 minutes to come.
Is restarted back here at Seaford Oval. The kick off by Andrew Leeds, and it goes straight into the arms of Henjak, who got the pass away to Carey. Carey away from one, links up at the back line on the far side. Daly got the pass to Ferguson. Ferguson skirting the far touchline, but he's eventually brought down about 12 metres short of halfway. Fergo to play the ball. Walter's dummy half. Got the pass away to Todd. Todd runs into Peter Wynn and also Vernon. They bring him down about 8 metres short of halfway. This is a sensational game. Midway through the second half, the Raiders have a commanding lead by 31 points to 10. They're in possession inside their own half. On it goes to Meninga, and Meninga tackled right around the ankles by Lydiard. He'll play the ball. The dummy half has Clyde. Clyde up towards halfway. Looks for support, but he's brought down about 4 metres short. Bradley Clyde to play the ball. Lazarus dummy half. On it goes to Henjak. He offloads the pass to O'Sullivan. Then it goes to Belcher in the back line. Belcher accelerates. Got the pass to Daly. Daly over halfway. He got the pass away to Ferguson. Ferguson back inside to O'Sullivan. They're unstoppable.
Great play.
Unstoppable. The ball is played. Henjak from the dummy half. Got the pass away. It's kicked in the air. Here's more pressure for Parramatta. The ball goes over the dead ball line. And, oh, gee, this pressure that Parramatta are under at the present time, it is unbelievable.
Red Todd, who put the kick up, probably the first time he's ever done it. Might be the last if Tim Sheens has something to say to him later on. We saw Laurie Daly with a bit of a break on the far side. Here's the kick again. If it had a kick back, there could have been another try on the board. Peter Sterling was back to cover there. We said that the Parramatta Eels come up with a 22 tap. Well, Canberra are just ripping through this defence. They've been doing it for weeks now. They had a tough one last week. They've bounced back to their very attacking best. If anyone didn't think that the Canberra Raiders weren't a definite premiership threat, certainly sure they do now, because they are on fire in the season. They're heading now to their 7th straight victory, and is there anyone who can stop the Raiders? The Eels certainly can't. They've tried everything. They've got some star players out there in Peter Sterling and Brett Kenny. Peter Wynn with the ball now. It's Casata on the 5th tackle for the Eels. Goes to Sterling, to Kenny. Kenny, ball across. Chip kick attempt through, and the linesman's got his flag up. That was Frankovic. The scrum will go down about 45 metres out from the Canberra Raiders line. Ivan Henjak to feed the scrum. Ricky Stewart off the paddock after a scintillating first half. Great performance and a points victory, I'd say, to Ricky Stewart over Peter Sterling, who's been one of the stars in this Eels side that has been simply ripped apart. Can the Eels put some respectability into the score? We'll soon know. The tackle's made midfield. Comes to the blind side. Sharp cut out. Goes to Vernon. Vernon looking for support. Finds Sharp. Back on the inside to Kenny. Bad pass though. Kenny has to bend to take the ball, and he's eventually tackled. Izzard to Wynn. Slow motion stuff though from Eels as Ticehurst comes back inside. Goes to Wynn. Tries to run over the top of Carey. Meninga comes down and flattens him. Izzard. Vernon. Almost all under a high tackle there from Brent Todd. Had a good game too today, Todd. Goes to Sterling. Sterling to Kenny. Kenny puts the ball through. Is it going to be too deep? It looks like it'll run over the sideline in goal, so it'll come back for a 22 tap to the Canberra Raiders. And the crowd put their packets of chips and their drinks down because they're getting ready for another attacking raid from the Canberra Raiders. Goes back. It will be Walters to take the tap kick. It's O'Sullivan, Gary Coyne. Another man who might get a run too in the Queensland State of Origin side is Gary Coyne, in great form for the Raiders. Battled in the first couple of games to get a place in the first grade side. Now he's one of the first selected. Henjack dummies, goes himself. Just slowing down a little bit, understandable. Cut-out pass goes to Bradley Clyde. Clyde back on the inside. Good pass to Brent Todd. Brent Todd gives a high tackle from Peter Wynn. His head back, says, thank goodness I didn't collect him full on. Craig Bellamy on the sideline. Thanks, Anthony. Frankovic back in goal. Tries to beat Daly. Does beat Daly. Actually gives the ball back to Andrew Leeds. Been raining green and white on Leeds all day.
Both sides looking fairly tired now, Peter.
31 points to 10. And we see Bellamy stretching on the sideline. Good time to come on with your side up by 21 points. 15 minutes of the game remaining. A hush over the crowd.
Yes, the crowd are very subdued, aren't they? I think they're knocked up. They're like us.
Your voices might be as hoarse as mine is, I'll tell you. Been a great first 65 minutes. Hoping to see some more attacks. Stay with us as Parramatta ruck the ball out now, about 35, 40 metres out from their own line to Vernon. Vernon tries to offload. He'll play the ball. Sharp at dummy half. For the Parramatta reserve grade side that played so well to get over the top of the Canberra Raiders. As I mentioned before, Canberra Raiders won the President's Cup in great fashion. Ball goes loose, eventually goes to Casado, tries to get the ball back inside, knocked down by Bradley Clyde and knocked back. Correct ruling from referee Harrigan. The Parramatta supporters didn't think so though. Brent Todd takes it up. He'll play the ball. What's Diamond? Craig Diamond's been on for about 10 minutes, hasn't been able to get a piece of the action yet. He does now and runs up strongly, as Craig Diamond always does. To come down the blind side, Henjack's there, he might kick the ball. In fact, he'll pass it to big Mel Meninga. Meninga goes straight through a tackle. Beautiful pass to Carey. Carey back to Henjack. Henjack looking for support. Is he pushed over the sideline? No, he does well, Ivan, to stay in field. He'll play the ball. Gary Coyne, long pass to Glenn Lazarus, right across the back line to O'Sullivan, to Belcher. Belcher looks for the gap, gives it to Daly. Daly showing flair, straight up the centre. Daly still going, chips ahead. Is this going to be another Canberra Raiders try? Yes! Murray Daly scored a popper. Great shot, Canberra Raiders. Parramatta just don't know what to do to stop this green machine.
And the flags are flying and the crowd are back to life again now. There was a little bit of a hush over Seaford Oval about 5 minutes ago, but that is what they wanted. They're back in all the action. Now let's have a look at this. There's Belcher. Belcher got the pass away. Here's Daly. Daly goes straight down the middle. There was nobody there. The little tip over the head. Leeds tried to run back, but the ball bounced favourably for Daly. And Daly dived on the ball, and there's another 4 points for the Raiders. Thank you very much.
Richard Keeley, he's certainly got all the goods, Laurie Daly, hasn't he? Right.
Yep, he certainly has. Parramatta seemed to have fallen apart since Peter Sterling's run out of puff. But Laurie Daly, I thought he had a great game yesterday. He's backed up again today. And he's got to be in big contention to get one of the centre spots for the New South Wales side.
Well, there's Laurie Daly walking back on your screen now. He acknowledges the crowd. They say, well done, Laurie.
I think he's going to come from the paddock too.
Yes.
Anthony Moore, see if we can grab Laurie Daly when he comes across there, if we have a chance. He must be fairly happy, have a smile as wide as the Sydney Heads at the moment, playing his first representative match yesterday, scoring a try in that. He scored a try here today. His teammates are even clapping him. Here's a man of the future. Here's a man who will play for Australia, not might, will play for Australia, Laurie Daly. Great effort.
Here's the conversion attempt by Chris O'Sullivan. The ball is in the air and it's there. Another 2 points.
Right.
Another 2 points. Peter, on the score on the board. You can read it.
I'm going to find out the score. It's ticking over so quick. 37 points to 10. The Raiders leading the Parramatta Eels. We'll go to a break now. 37 points to 10. Laurie Daly has just come from the field. We'll go down to Anthony Moore now.
Laurie, you must be absolutely knackered after 2 games in 2 days, mate.
Yeah, I'm feeling the pinch a bit there, and Tim decided to give me a rest, so that's good.
Yeah. You looked as though you were labouring a bit there towards the end of that run. Did the hammy play up on you?
Nah, the hammy never played up. I was just knackered, mate, and you know, I played a game yesterday, so I was just stuffed.
Well, another champion performance, mate. We'll let you have a well-earned rest.
Thanks a lot.
Well, we can forgive Laurie Daly for being knackered. Here's a chance for Parramatta to come up with a try, though, and no, they haven't. And the ball will be dropped out from the line by the Canberra Raiders. Well, a great effort from Laurie Daly, a Saturday, and backing up for this crucial match against the Parramatta Eels, who've been comprehensively mauled by the green machine.
Metaphorically speaking.
That's all we could say.
I guess Laurie Daly would be hoping for a New South Wales selection. Of course, maybe with mixed feelings, because if he does find a spot there, he may be up against Mal Meninga.
Yes. Well, he does weights in the gym with him. Sorry, just want to have Mal put the weights on him on the football field as Vernon goes charging towards the line for Parramatta. 37 points to 10. Who'd have picked this one? 40 points to 0. The Panasonic Cup match on Wednesday when Illawarra rolled Cronulla. It paid a mopsa. This one will pay a mopsa too if there was betting on this one. Comes to the blind side. Kenny just has not had an inch of space all day today. He's tried his heart out. He's a champion player. And we've got another replacement on the sideline, Anthony Moore.
It's Matthew Corkery getting ready to come onto the field there.
Good game in the lower grades too, Matthew Corkery, as we see Parramatta going towards the try line. Andrew Leeds almost there. Can he get there? No. The Raiders' defence holds good. It's the 5th tackle. Can Parramatta put a try on the board? Leeds taking all the time in the world. Will he kick it forward? No, he doesn't. It goes to Sterling. Sterling, cut out pass. It's intercepted by Brent Todd. Well, just because they're ahead by 37 points to 10 doesn't mean that the Raiders are going to hand over the tries to the Parramatta side. Although they've handed over possession to them, so they have another opportunity, the Eels, as it goes to Atkins. He's tackled 10 metres out from the Canberra line. Sharp at dummy half. Goes to win. Crossfield tries to push off Gary Coyne. He's tackled only metres out from the Canberra line. Parramatta searching for some prestige now. Back on the inside to Vernon. And is he in? Referee looks at it and he's shaking his head. Yes. It looks like a try to me. Gary Vernon has scored a try. Put some respectability into this scoreline. 37-14 with the kick to come.
Well, he scored that try, but it's only a consolation try because this game is as good as over. There's about 8 minutes of play left, and it's Canberra leading by 37 points to 14. That try by Vernon scored just away to the right of the uprights. So we'll have a look at this kick by Andrew Leeds, and that should make Parramatta score look a little bit more respectable, so to speak. But the overall performance of the Raiders today, Peter, it has been absolutely magnificent, man to man.
It's been great football from the Raiders. The tries that have virtually come, bar that one, that was pressure from Parramatta, but when you're ahead by 27 points, you can understand you just relax off a bit as the kick goes over. So the score moves up to 37-16. You do lax off a bit, but the two tries that Parramatta scored in the first half, one was a knockdown, the other was an unbelievable bad bounce for Gary Belcher, who I believe has been my man of the match. I think Gary Belcher has chimed into the back line beautifully. He's been anxious to take the ball up. He's been as safe as the Bank of England back there. And I think Gary Belcher has played himself into the Queensland State of Origin team with a superlative effort here today.
There's Brad Clyde on the sideline having a well-earned breather. Now here's the restart of play by Belcher. Belcher kicks the ball down towards the Parramatta try line. It's picked up there. This is Andrew Leeds. Leeds up towards his own quarter, but the defence up very quickly to bring him down. Gary Coyne, one of the tacklers. He'll play the ball sharp as dummy half. On it goes now to Laurie, and Laurie is brought about 20 metres out from his own try line. In centre field, the Eels in possession. The ball is played and passed quickly now. It goes on to Atkins. Atkins over the 22-metre line. He'll get up and play the ball. Sharp moves to dummy half. Sharp offloads the pass to Sterling. Sterling, a pass out now to Kenny, but Kenny is quickly parcelled up and brought down to the ground by Craig Bellamy, still inside his own 22-metre line. On it goes to Sharp. Sharp over the 22-metre line, but he's tackled right around the ankles by Lazarus. And Lazarus, and also there was another tackler there too. But the ball is kicked through now by Sterling, but it's a mistake. It goes out on the full. One of the few mistakes that Peter Sterling makes, and so a scrum. It's a changeover. It's a changeover from where the ball was kicked. On it goes now to Coyne. Coyne back inside Parramatta's quarter line. Coyne will play the ball. Steve Wallace, dummy half. On it goes now to Brent Todd. Todd's had a good, solid game in the forwards for the Raiders. He gets to within about 12 metres of the try line. More pressure now for the Eels. Can they sustain this pressure? The ball is played. On it goes to Henjack. There's a gap there. A little grubber kick through, and Henjack scores. There's another try. Great thinking by little Ivan Henjack.
Well, Ivan Henjack with Ricky Stewart's on the sideline. I think I could have scored that one. That would have been 3 for the day.
No, Peter, no.
Ivan Henjack has been sitting there watching the Raiders tear them apart. Great game, put it on the toe. Ivan Henjack's been in great form all year, just like all his teammates. That was an easy try. 41 points to 16 Canberra over Parramatta. Richard Keeley last year was a similar scoreline, but it went against the Raiders.
That's right. Different ball game this year. Of course, it's their 6th winning. 7th, that's right. They've won 6 previously this game. And, of course, next weekend the Raiders take on Newcastle at Newcastle. That won't be an easy task. Of course, we saw Canterbury get rolled up there last week. So the Raiders do battle again next week up at Newcastle. But I think, and Peter, I think you'll agree, they're playing champagne football at the moment. If they can keep this side on the paddock injury-free, we could be heading down to the Sydney Football Stadium in September.
Peter, what you mentioned the word champagne. Any particular brand? Bowie or something like that? Verve, Clico? Or?
That's the most.
Wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be absolutely fantastic? They've been there before, but they failed. Just to get there is a chore in itself.
There's the kick by O'Sullivan. It'll fall. No, it goes away to the left, the uprights. The kick is unsuccessful, but it doesn't matter. It's all too late. The game is all over. We're inside the final 5 minutes. Canberra 41, lead Parramatta 16.
Richard, you've got the statistics list there that reads like a who's who of the Canberra Raiders side.
OK, let's go through all the scorers. We've only got a few minutes left in the game. The try scorers, first of all, for the Raiders, Ricky Stewart scored 2. So did Laurie Daly. Tries to Ferguson, Meninga, Belcher and Henjack. Daly kicked 3 goals, O'Sullivan 1, and Ricky Stewart a field goal in the first half. For Parramatta, their try scorers were Peter Sterling, Casado and Vernon scored a try, and Andrew Leach 2 goals. 41-16, there's a few minutes left in this game.
And it's the Raiders in possession just inside their own quarter line. The ball is played and passed quickly, and play is about 23 metres out now. Bellamy to play the ball. Walters is dummy half, but the referee has penalised Parramatta for not getting off the tackle player.
No, in fact, he's ruled that he moved forward off the mark to play the ball, Bellamy. So,
well,
I don't think they'll go for goal.
No, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so.
41-16.
There's the penalty kick by Andrew Leeds, and he finds touch. Let's have a look now. It's only about 14 or 15 metres out from the line. The tap kick to be taken. Parramatta, Krinkovic this is. But he runs straight into Walters, and he's brought down 11 metres out from the try line. Krinkovic to play the ball. Plays it back to Sharp. Sharp looks for support. Decides to go himself, but he's brought down about 10 metres out from the try line. Almost in centre field. The ball is played. Peter Wynn dummy half. On it goes to Vernon, and Vernon is brought down by Coyne and also Bellamy there. Only about 7 or 8 metres out. Can Parramatta score one final try before the siren sounds? Kenny got the pass away to Krinkovic, but the Raider defence was up very quickly indeed, and they bring him down 10 metres short of the line. The ball to be played now. It goes out to Sterling. Sterling, on it goes to Sharp. Sharp reverses play. Back it goes now to Wynn. Wynn got the pass to Casado, but Casado is bottled up there by Matthew Courtney over on the far side of the field, and also Diamond, one of the tacklers. No marker there. The ball is kicked through by Casado. He may score here, as he scored. The referee has a long look, but it's a double movement, and so the penalty goes to the Raiders. Penalty for the Raiders for that double movement by Tony Casado.
While the game is well and truly over at 41-16 with only about a minute or so left, and note that the crowd is still substantial here at the game. A lot of people have got away, and if you've ever been to Seaford Oval, you know it is a traffic jam to leave this ground. A lot of people are staying here for the final minutes of this match.
Okay, Lazarus now with the ball. 28 metres out from his own try line. He got the pass away at the last moment as he's going down to Diamond. And yes, it is Diamond. Diamond plays the ball on the far side. And here's a good break now by Steve Walters. Walters over halfway. He got the pass away now. It goes to Bellamy, but
Ball's being passed forward, the referee.
Slightly forward, was it? Slightly forward. And so a scramble pack down. Back now 10 metres inside Parramatta's territory.
Here it is on the replay. I noticed Harrigan had a smile on his face. Let's watch it. and were you right? Yes, you were,
Yes.
Mr. Harrigan.
Just slightly, as this scrum goes down 10 metres inside Parramatta's territory. The ball to be fed in by Sterling. It's a Parramatta ball. Sterling around the open side, looks for support, throws a long pass out to Casado, but Corkery up there very quickly, and he's brought down midway between the half and the quarter lines. Casado to play the ball. Sterling dummy half, got the pass to Mark Laurie, and Laurie gains about 5 metres. He's tackled about 6 metres short of halfway. Laurie to play the ball. Izzard dummy half, working the blind side of Steve Sharp. But again, the Raiders defence up very, very quickly indeed. The ball to be played just inside Parramatta's half. Izzard got the pass away. Peter Wynn now over the halfway line, and he's about 2 metres inside the Raiders' territory. Time running out in this match. It's almost up as the ball is played. It goes from Izzard. Out it goes now. A long pass out to Kenny. Kenny got his pass away, and that is one of the replacement players over there, but this is Lydiard now, and Lydiard with a little kick over towards the far touchline, but picked up by the hero, Johnny Ferguson. Ferguson gets away from Lydiard. There's the full-time side. It is all over. It's all over here at Stephen Oval, and a huge win to Canberra. They have beaten Parramatta by 41 points to 16.
We'll come back after the break with our State Bank try of the match. It's going to be a difficult one to choose. Back to Seaford Oval. It's now time to talk about our State Bank try of the match. Another difficult decision. In the end, we chose the one that really changed the face of the game. Scored by Johnny Ferguson at the end of the first half. Meninga. Meninga's got Ferguson. Ferguson beats Atkins. Ferguson's going to the sideline. Johnny Ferguson's going to score. Great try, Canberra. Great try. Johnny Ferguson. A great try and a great match. Tony Campbell, who was your man of the match?
Peter, it was a superb team effort, and despite the fact that he was replaced late in the second half, I've given my man of the match to Ricky Stewart.
Yes, Ricky certainly played well. He said before the game he was going to play well, and he turned in a blinder. Gary Belcher was my man of the match in a performance which really has stamped the Canberra Raiders.
Kennedy coast to coast.